I am Stéphanie Sies, and to allow you to assess my improvement in English, I decided to make a presentation of me, as if I applied for a junior management post in communication by video conference. So, you would be the recruiter, and I am the applicant. In this backdrop, first, I will briefly speak about my motivations and my strong points to leave you the more positive impression as possible. And in the second part, as this is a simulation, I have drawn up a short list of would-be questions you will ask me. I will ask it to myself and give my answer. I consider that as a recruiter you have already looked at my resume and therefore you already know my name. Good morning, sir. First, I would like to say that I am conscious of the demanding nature of the job you offer. A junior manager in communication must be specialized in his department but polyvalent too. I mean, he should acquire new skills every day and must be aware and curious of all, and he has to adapt himself to the market movements. For example, in my opinion, the corporate social responsibilities is an unavoidable area. Nowadays, a company ought to communicate a positive message about it in order to make the customer become a partner. Even a junior manager also has to be a leader, is to say a good team manager, because team working makes people work together and give the best of themselves if there is a real team spirit. They can learn from each other and get more involved in their work. Self-confidence, determination and good organization seems to be basic personal attributes too. I am convinced that my background would make me able to carry out the whole responsibilities of that job. My studies and professional experience brought me the tools to develop the required skills, and I hope my ability to adapt myself will allow me to access to that management grade. Now, concerning my weaknesses, even if I'm a little perfectionist, which demands me a lot of time to finish a work, I don't mind working overtime to achieve my goal. And moreover, in addition with my intrinsic motivations, which are having a lot of fun in my work and never be bored, I really need team working. Offering and receiving news, knowledge and competencies is really a source of motivation for me. In fact, I think that the lack of success and recognition is demotivating. At last, I know I have a lot to learn, but when I have an idea, I do anything to organize my project and achieve my aim. After I obtained my 2-year higher education diploma in trade, I had to shelve my studies and take an educational sabbatical to earn money to pursue my studies and to focus on what I really wanted to do. So I worked in a bank. At the beginning it was quite great, but quickly it became very boring. And I understood that selling financial products was really not my vocation. I was disappointed too by the negative and aggressive atmosphere due to the competition between the employees of this bank. In the outline, there is good stress and bad stress. For most of people, if they have no deadline, no rules, and if they work freely, they lack focus. I am not saying that we have to be alarmed to be efficient, but we need a context to be on target. And as far as I am concerned, I definitely work better under pressure. Well, since I have returned to studies, communication is my favorite field. As you might have seen it in my resume, my third year of studies in higher education was a specialization in communication where I obtained an European diploma. And I am now about to obtain a 5-year degree, specialist in communication too, at the University of Nice. Concerning now my professional experience, I worked for 1 year as an intern in the communication department of a 4-star hotel, and for 10 months as an intern too in the communication department of a tourist office. I have put in place several communication plans, what brought me, I hope, the expected assets to begin in this job. That's the end of my video. Let's see other topics.